Welcome back to Kickin' It Live, Bears. Seniors have 8 days left and all other students have 14 days left. Seniors, graduation banners are available for pickup today from 1:30 to 3:30 at the south entrance near the natatorium. The Honors Literature and Current Event student in Miss Meredith Niecamp's class, Lydia Rule, earned an honorable mention in the New York Times Memoir Contest for students. Yesterday, the new pope was announced. Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost, referred to as Pope Leo XIV, the first American-born pope. According to NBC, he is originally from Chicago and was responsible for the appointment of bishops. He was met with joyful cheering from a crowd that numbered around 150,000 people, according to NBC. According to NPR, President Trump says he is ordering federal agencies to rebuild and reopen Alcatraz, the notorious maximum security prison that closed over 60 years ago. This historic former prison opened in 1934 and lies off the coast of San Francisco. There is no provided timeline for when this project will start. However, historian Jolene Babick stated that it will need to solve long-running infrastructure challenges. And now to sports.
Girls lacrosse celebrated senior night on Tuesday against Hilliard-Davidson. They won 20-1. They have 2 games remaining in their season against New Albany and Thomas Worthington.
Boys lacrosse also played Davidson on Tuesday and won 11-4. Tonight they travel to Pennsylvania to face the Hill Academy. They celebrate senior night next Wednesday.
Baseball faced Orange on Wednesday and lost 7-0. They faced Liberty on Monday, but it got suspended for rain in the bottom of the 5th. They resumed last night but fell short with a score of 4-2. The boys are now 9-9 with a conference record of 5-7 and face Dublin Kaufman tonight as they celebrate their 12 seniors for senior night.
Softball had a strong showing in their games this week, defeating Westland, Westerville South, and Dublin Jerome. On Sunday, they will honor their alumni members before their game against Centennial High School. First pitch is at 5:15 p.m.
Boys volleyball played Westerville North on Monday and won with a score of 2-1. They are now 15-7 overall and 9-1 in conference play.
The Rowing Bears travel to Michigan to compete in the MSRA Regatta this weekend. This is their last event in the season before Nationals.
Track hosts the Larkin and Croston Invitational meet today. Field events start at 4:30 and track events start at 5.
And now to Bridget.
Welcome back to Community Bears. Last weekend was the opening of a new coffee shop in Upper Arlington. Let's check it out. On May 3rd, a highly anticipated coffee shop, Biddy & Beaus, opened at Kingsdale Shopping Center next to Market District. They had a ribbon-cutting ceremony at 10 a.m., and despite the rain, they had a very long line with over an hour wait. The menu has an assortment of hot, iced, and frozen drinks, as well as many different treats to choose from, with a big selection of merchandise as well. I spoke with 2 employees on their experience so far working there.
Oh, I love it. The job is awesome. I love my job. I just love to work here and get my stuff done. I got to get done.
Biddy & Beaus is described as not just a coffee shop, but a human rights movement where people with intellectual and developmental disabilities are valued in a workplace and diversity is celebrated. Biddy & Beaus Coffee employs 450 plus with disabilities nationwide. Founders Amy and Ben Wright, with 3 disabled children of their own, learned that 80% of those with disabilities are unemployed nationwide, which is where they decided to create a place specifically for giving those with disabilities the opportunity to work.
Staff is amazing. And this is my first time working here at Biddy & Beaus.
So far, Biddy & Beaus has 18 shops across the U.S., with plans to continue expansion. This has been Bridget Deschler reporting for the WARL. The UA Annual Spring Fling is tomorrow from 11 to 2 p.m. at Sunny 95 Park. There will be food, trucks, games, crafts, and more. Another UA park, Northam, recently opened its tennis courts back up after renovation. Let's take a look. Northam Park recently finished their renovations to the tennis courts and are now open for members and non-members to play, not just tennis, but now pickleball too. I spoke with the program supervisor, Darcy Baxter, on what to expect now that renovations are complete.
We actually have completed our renovation for this facility. You can see we have 6 courts here for pickleball. Those can be reserved online. 4 of the 6, 2 of them are going to be first come, first serve. And then we have 9 clay tennis courts. Previously was 12, those are renovated. We now have an underwater irrigation system, and those can be reserved in 90-minute blocks, also online, and will be exclusive to our members. We do allow for dailies to walk in. You will be looking at $10 for residents and $14 for non-residents. For members, you're looking at $80 for our junior and $284 for our residents.
The entrance has been moved to the south side of the courts where you can buy a membership or a daily pass or make a reservation for your next match. Visit upperarlingtonoh.gov and search Northam tennis courts to schedule online. This has been Bridget Deschler reporting for the WARL. Pickleball events in Upper Arlington at all pickleball courts, including the Bob Crane Community Center. According to the City of UA website, there's Beginners Pickleball Clinic is $43, Pickleball Drill and Play is $20, Learn to Play Pickleball with a Pro is $20. You can visit upperarlingtonoh.gov to sign up for these events. According to the Columbus Dispatch, the Columbus Zoo is set to open their new $40 million North America truck expansion on May 23rd. Including a dedication ceremony at 10 a.m., it is said to mimic the feeling of a national park with smoky mountains to forest-covered peaks. The UA Farmers Market begins next Wednesday from 3 to 6:30 p.m. on Dorset Road. And now the studio interview with Sierra.
Only home meet today at 4:30. Here with us today are track athletes Reese Kidwell and Emerson Hemlegarn. How did you guys get into track?
My mom signed me up in 7th grade, and I kind of just started from there, and now I'm here, and I like it, so.
Same. I went to a track camp in 4th grade, and I really liked it, and I kind of did it in middle school to keep up with the other sports I was doing at the time, but yeah.
How's the season gone so far?
Pretty good so far. We have a lot of injuries right now, so we're kind of just getting back into it and ready for postseason.
With the meet today being your only home meet, how does it differ from having away meets?
I would say it differs because I feel like everyone feels a little bit less stressed out because it's our home track and we feel like we know what we're doing and where to set up blocks and stuff like that. But away meets are always fun because that adrenaline rush is awesome. So, yeah.
Yep.
And lastly, what's your favorite event to run in track?
I really like running the 100.
Mine is probably either shot put or the 4x1 just because it's fun. But yeah.
Thank you for being on the show this morning. Also, a reminder to students who parked on Mount Holyoke this morning, you must move your car right after school in order to accommodate the buses for the track meet. Cars still parked on Mount Holyoke between Zollinger and the tennis court lot will be towed after 3:15 p.m. today. And now a look at the Timpuk Farms Tulip Festival.
OSU hosts its annual Chadwick Arboretum Spring Plant Sale. It's located off of Lane Avenue. This event is going on today until 6 p.m. and tomorrow 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. if you're looking for a place to buy Mother's Day flowers. According to CNBC, fewer Americans are planning to travel this summer. It's not just travel costs that are keeping people from planning vacations. This year, respondents in a survey by the consumer finance company Bankrate said the cost of everyday life was a bigger issue than vacation expenses. Starting Wednesday, Americans are now required to switch to the enhanced form of identification if they want to travel by plane domestically. This new form of identification is referred to as a Real ID and has a star located in the top right corner. The Real ID is a federally compliant license. According to CBS News, Real IDs are required for those over the age of 18 unless a valid U.S. passport is shown. The 2025 Met Gala was held on Monday night. This year's theme was inspired by the Met's exhibit, Superfine, Tailoring Black Style. This was the first Met Gala to focus on black designers and the first in more than 20 years to focus on menswear. Many A-list celebrities and famous singers walked the carpet. On the Vogue website, you can see all the 2025 Met Gala looks. And now for the food news of the week. Pop-Tarts are making their way to the freezer aisle just in time for summer with a brand new dessert lineup, Pop-Tart ice cream sandwiches, available in 3 flavors, frosted strawberry, chocolate fudge, and brown sugar cinnamon. That's all we have for today, Bears. We'll see you back here next week for our last show.